Has being Speaker kind of changed your political outlook, or at least how us, the public, sees your politics?
No, I don't know about that. I'll leave others to judge that. I mean, I think I'm still the same person.
Okay.
I think that if anything I've changed is I think you do in life. As you get more experience, you learn more, you grow, you evolve. And what I would have done back in 1993 when I first came here, and then how I looked at an issue 19 years later, I'm sure is different. But I think that's not just because I'm Speaker. I think it would happen anyway.
Describe yourself politically to me. Are you
I
a
call
progressive?
myself
Are you a liberal?
I
Are you
call
a
myself
moderate?
a pragmatic progressive, whatever that means. You mean if you're gonna label me, I don't like labels, but if you had to, I am progressive in the fact that I believe in civil rights. I believe in equality of opportunity. I believe that government can play a positive role in positively affecting people's lives. In fact, it has an obligation. Now, again, you're subject to your times. You have to make sure that the program's being delivered the right way, correctly, for the most cost-effective manner going. But I think that's a very progressive role. So I look at myself, and there are others that say, and I've seen some of the pundits or whatever say now, the right wing is taken over, we've gone to the right. But I truly believe that government is part of the solution, not a part of the problem. And for all those above, I think I'm a progressive. But I'm also a pragmatist. And I think that's the sign of the times, that you have to judge the programs you put forward by your ability to pay for them.
I might call that fiscally moderate and socially liberal.
Yeah, that's your take.
Fair?
I'll take that too.
Fair?
I'll take that too, that's fair.
What else is important to Rhode Island going forward? What are some of your political priorities?
Well, I have a lot of political priorities. I think that...
Other than helping the media at all costs.
Always here for the media, or try to. Not sure the media's always here for me now.
No, we're not.
Don't cry for me. I think long term, it's one of the disappointments, and I think, but it may be a time for a breather. I mean, I come from, maybe this is that back to my core philosophy, is providing as equal. You're never going to be able to guarantee equality of outcome. But I believe into my heart, you should, as much as you can in government, provide equal opportunity. And I look at that very broadly. And to me, the most important part about assuring people equal opportunity is education. So I think in terms of, I think we need to go forward, and tough times have made it very hard to do the right investments and a real investment into how do you best fund public education, the great equalizer in this country of ours, to make sure that the kids who need it most are going to have an available public school system that's second to none, that's going to provide them with the means to be a whole human being. And that goes right into public higher education. I was very proud and happy that we were able to put another $4 million towards public higher education, because I mean, in terms of talking about accessibility, cost is one of those factors. So I think that if I go forward and have any priority, it's going to be how do we build and sustain the best public education system going forward, both at the LSEC level as well as the higher education level. And that would be a very good legacy the day I leave out of this building. So that's a priority for me, and I've not always felt like we've done that in my 19 years here. I mean, so that's been difficult for me. I know this year, for the first time, we were not able to put money in for neighborhood opportunities to housing, because I think that's another priority in terms of building that equality of opportunity, that people should have a right to have a safe, affordable place to live. And I think the state has a role to play in that. So that's an area I want to personally keep looking at. I mean, there's been a lot of questions about the use of the funds in terms of, do you artificially create a system that's actually hurting the private landlords? And that resonated with me in terms of, are we creating such a public situation that's now thrown what should be the natural economy out of whack? You don't want to do that either. And again, it's one of these, you're always maintaining the balance. So though education and housing are important to me, and I'd like to continue to keep working on things of those nature. Sure.
Do you have other political ambitions besides being Speaker of the House?
Not at this point. This is a big enough job to do, and I'm focused on doing this job as well as I can, and hope the results will bear that out.
And how much longer do you want to do it for?
That's asking that question at any given moment. Depends on the answer. Depends on the day and the time. So, as long as they'll have me. So that's my plan for the short term.